Ismail.
Use mic already. Come, Ismail. Come. Okay. We are quite late actually. We are over our schedule. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang. Pertama saya ingin ucapkan terima kasih dan minta maaf kerana para wartawan terpaksa tunggu janji patut pukul 6. Tapi sebab we had a very long conversation and interesting one also. Jadi lepas tu makan pasembur pula. So the conversation drag a little bit lah. Bersama dengan timbalan saya. Jadi apa yang saya ingin maklumkan dalam sidang akhbar ini ialah the meeting was very positive between Nisha, Yusman, myself and timbalan, because we discussed beyond whatever had happened in Penang for the past 2 days. We discussed beyond. That's the most important thing, and that beyond that we discussed have actually came to our understanding together that the most important thing that I want to say here is that these people or the transgender especially, they cannot be discriminated in their workplace. That is very important. With the discussion with Nisha, we have had a lot of information about how out there the public is still discriminating this group, and that discrimination does not help them to come back to the society, integrate in the society, and the most important thing is to be independent in their livelihood. That is the most important thing. If the public continue to label them, if the public continue to judge them, and worse, discriminate them, that's why you have that very scary statistic. 80% of the transgender are involved in the sex work. So we are not helping. I urge the public, please help in order not to discriminate them. Give them the chance. They are ordinary citizens and they want to contribute and they want to be just like any one of us here, to go to schools, to have access, equal access to health, education, and even the worship, ibadah. You know? Public places. So saya dengan pertemuan ini telah banyak memahami, walaupun dalam masa 40 minit, isu-isu yang perlu kita bela di atas kami sebagai Jabatan Perdana Menteri di dalam bahagian Islam. Ada tagline rahmatan lil alamin, the compassionate Islam. So kami akan terus memastikan tidak ada siapa yang didiskriminasikan. Adapun isu tentang gambar yang diturun, salah satunya inilah orangnya. So sebenarnya Nisha ni bukan seorang aktivis LGBT pun. That must be very clear. She is not an LGBT activist. She is just concerned of the maknya society which has been apa kita kata marginalized, and that cannot happen also. And they're not asking for same sex marriage lah apa semua tu like what special rights or whatsoever. No. So that's why if the organizer dia tak bubuh LGBT tu, then this thing saya pun tak kisah sangat. Tapi bila dia sebut LGBT, which is not right also, and I think that is where the problem is. So maybe Nisha would like to say anything here to the public.
Firstly, I would like to applaud for Dato himself and Dato juga sekali for actually giving us this time, because for first ever in the history, actually a ministry actually wants to meet with people like us. You see, and most of the time the issue has been politicized in a way, and sadly the trans community, because of our visibility, we have been targeted. And I echo with what Dato said earlier on, that the trans community is not asking more than what we have right now. We are just asking to be treated equally and being given equal opportunity as every Malaysian is. And as a Malaysian myself, we understand and we respect the culture in Malaysia and within itself. Please, again, I'm asking to all the public is that, stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, say it to the public, so people can hear
I'm
you.
asking to the public to stop stereotyping transgender people or whatsoever towards a negative community. We are not harm to anyone. We are part of the society. We are Malaysian. We have families. We just want to be treated with respect and dignity. Simple. And my main purpose is actually for the community to be able to have equal access to every part of whatever Malaysian have, and at the same time to integrate the community in within society. So that's all I can say.
Ada apa-apa soalan?
Yes, YB. Just on the issue in Penang again, I know we're talking beyond that. Nisha, you mentioned that you want equal access to what every Malaysian has, but then your picture and also Pang's picture was taken down, so that's obviously not equal access. I mean, your picture was taken down. So how is the ministry going to approach this going forward? Does it mean LGBT people or transgender people tak boleh dipaparkan in exhibitions or
No.
like that?
You see, that's the whole idea. When what happened in the festival, they portrayed Nisha and Pang as the LGBT activists. And I have made it very clear on our part that when promotion comes into being, that's another issue, because we are talking about the larger society. And the most important thing is that we don't want a backlash to these people. They can get hurt. They can be hurt because of such exhibition. That's the whole concern. But when we talk about their rights, I think it is very clear on the transgender. It's not about what you understood about rights to have same sex, rights to have their whatever advocation. It's just but they want to live as transgender and to live like normal Malaysian, which for us we have no problem with that. Because I've mentioned many times, yang penting kami membantu golongan ini keluar daripada masalah yang lebih besar. Masalah yang lebih utama, iaitu mereka duduk dalam suasana yang bila didiskriminasikan di tempat kerja, mereka terus tidak ada ruang, akhirnya mereka kembali kepada lembah kehinaan. Which I think me and Nisha agree. Itu dulu kita kena lakukan. Keluarkan dulu. This is the most important. And I'm talking about transgender. I'm not talking about LGBT. I'm talking about the transgender punya group.
What about the LGBT group?
I don't know, because I haven't met them. And but for me it is very clear yang transgender inilah yang paling menjadi mangsa. Sebab mereka tak dapat lari daripada appearance mereka. So they are seen to be very vulnerable to the labeling and judgment. Whereby you see the LGB, nobody knows whether you are L or G or B, nobody knows. But these people, they are apparent, they are very visible. And that's why they need to be protected.
Dato, why wasn't Mr. Pang invited to this VC as well?
Definitely because after what happened, Nisha contacted me. Very, very, very nice of her to contact me. And I think based on that, I responded because I'm also a very nice person. I don't just judge people. So just it's as simple as that. And thank you for contacting me, and because of this, we understood each other better.
What kind of measures or steps will you be taking to help transgender to stop going into being sex workers?
Well, we discussed a lot together with them because they understood their society better. Partly is first is to get them independent financially. Second is to guide them, and thirdly is for the public to accept them. And I'm talking to the public also.
You mentioned about public to accept, but because majority of the public cannot accept the appearance of transgender, especially when sharing the toilet. So can you elaborate?
Why is it a problem when someone goes to the toilet? Someone goes to the toilet because the call of the mother nature. So does it bother you where they go? You see what I'm trying to get at is that there are transgenders young, maybe you see the appearance like this. And nobody is going to ask if she goes to the female toilet because she looks like a female. rather than going to the male toilet where you have a lot of problem there. People will suddenly, so that's all I can say because I have no experience.
But why is it okay for different?
Sorry, is it okay for what?
So is it okay for the transgender going for payment with public in future because they have cases, they have some leverage from the public when there is.
I think because I think it's, saya tak ada pengalaman lah.
Okay, I think the whole issue about public toilets and in regards of trans has been, it's not a new issue, right? And I think it's just about getting more information out there to the public, creating more awareness, right? And for us trans people, if the woman is not welcoming enough for us to use that washroom, then would the government or would the agency provide a toilet for people like us? So that's a big question again, you see. I think about all this issue about toilet and everything, it's about the lack of information. You just need to create more awareness, and I believe by giving this space to create that awareness, we are able to have a better understanding. You see, so yeah.
Kita bercakap tentang transgender je, yang lain tu saya tak mau sentuh. Sebab transgender ni dia menjadi orang kata jelas nampak dia punya tu. And we are trying to understand macam mana boleh dikurangkan kesan diskriminasi untuk disakiti, contohnya tidak diterima di tempat kerja. That's what we're trying to understand and urge so that the public is more aware that they need to go to work, they need to have family, they need to go to school if they need to go to school, and they need to go to the mosque. Also, you can't stop them from going to the mosque just because of their appearance. Benda-benda ginilah yang kita cuba sedarkan public. I'm talking about the transgender.
Okay, tapi Dato, will Dato have another session with Mr. Pang in order to understand the other side of the story?
Just like Nisha contacted me, if he contacted me, then it's another issue. Until now, he doesn't contact me. So,
but are you open to such engagement with?
am I open to such engagement? Have I ever been close to such engagement?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's my answer lah. I mean, I'm open lah.
Is it yes or
Yeah.
no, sir?
It is yes.
Thank you.
Dato, so will the pictures be allowed to be put up again?
No. That doesn't arise. That thing is finished. Settle. Settle means to say it still goes down. And I will repeat again. Nisha did not affiliate herself to the LGBT.
Can I comment that?
Yeah.
So,
Go for it.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
In regards of the picture, honestly, looking at the backlashes that I personally got from this whole incident, this whole exhibition that I was not informed previously itself. I did not know about the exhibition until I was tagged in Facebook. I was tagged in Facebook and it went viral in Penang, Kini, if not mistaken. Then only I was aware of the exhibition.
Yeah.
However, for me, honestly, my picture, yes, it's been taken down for a reason. But however, my main concern is about the community out there. It's okay if my picture been taken down. It's not a big issue for me. But I'm just worried of the community, of the impact. And one of the impact that I got from that whole scenario itself, it was hatred. People send me hatred messages. People even send me messages to kill me. To that extent.
Have you looked at this report, Nisha?
I do not, because there's too many people for me to identify, and I have pictures of me with pig on my face, being portrayed out there. So, for me, honestly, I think by bringing down the picture is not a big issue for me anymore, because my main concern is about the safety of the community, of the trans
But
people.
one more thing on that. I mean, the violence and the backlash we've seen towards transgender community as well as the wider LGBT community. Shouldn't the government be taking action on those people who express anger and express
Sure,
backlash
definitely.
rather than take down the photo?
No. The taking down of photo is very clear. It's very clear. I mean, number one, she even doesn't know the picture was there. And she even doesn't accept the fact that it wrote down there LGBT activists, because she's not. That's one thing for sure. I think the organizers should do some homework lah. That's why I said unnecessary. Why are you doing that? So I'm taking that stance in order to protect the safety of these people who will be backlash because of that. And she's truly said that. Dia terima death threat, dia terima So imagine if it was there until 1 month. Can you imagine what would happen? So that's what. So for me, it's the organizer that is to be blamed. You don't put people's picture without their permission, and you don't put label to people who doesn't belong to such activism.
Dato, moving forward, will there be future future forums to understand more about this community, not only transgender but the whole entire LGBTIQ?
As for now, I'm talking about the transgender. I can't say there will be LGB whatever, but because the transgender came to me, want to talk to me and very open about it, then of course me and my timbalan have understood for this 40 minutes other issues yang more pertinent. That is, you cannot discriminate them at the workplace. I was told even to some health access, they were being discriminated because of their appearance, which should not happen. I'm concerned on that rather than the bigger issue on.
Will the government instill an anti-discrimination law or policy at least within healthcare sector ataupun workplace ataupun civil service untuk mengelakkan benda macam ini?
We will talk to the relevant ministry. I can do the mediation, talk to the relevant ministry, and whatever it is, no discrimination. The fact that the public should know they need to work, they need to have access to education, they need to have access to worship places, they need access to even higher education, they need access to learning religion, and that is my concern at this very moment of time.
Dato', adakah dia akan melibatkan lebih banyak lagi golongan transgender dalam berlaku di Malaysia? Akan menambah lagi? Sebab banyak diskriminasi dah minta dilepaskan untuk menerima mereka.
No, saya kata menerima tadi tu, nombor satu, transgender ni satu realiti yang kita tak boleh nak elak. Dan bila tak boleh nak elak, kita live with it dalam konteks untuk memberikan keadilan kepada dia. Itu saja. Dan transgender tidak pernah minta untuk dia orang ni nak ada perkahwinan lah sama dia, tak ada. Dia hanya nak live as orang kata tidak disakiti. Dan tidak disakiti tu daripada awal I was very consistent that tak kira siapa, you cannot hurt fellow Malaysians tanpa sebarang sebab, suka-suka just because they are different than you. Itu I am very consistent.
When are you going to roll out the initiatives that you spoke about just now, the financial planning and the other two that you spoke about just now?
Well, I think we should understand more on the issue, and I think Jakim has already in place. Dato Nordin is here also. Jakim has already in place some programs that is already in place, engaging them. So we just enhance it, improve it, and try to make sure that the program really serve the purpose of all what we have spoken here.
Yeah, because you say to guide them, to give them, make them independently,
Yeah.
financial, and
Of course, I have to also work out with other departments, agencies like keusahawanan, for example, wanita dan keluarga, for example, and for health, I can speak to the minister about whatever the report yang kata dia orang tak nak check about transgender sebab ada yang kata check pakai apa? Pakai pen aja check. So from now on, kalau ada report-report yang begitu, definitely we will take a very stern action.
Okay, so YB, just one last thing. The Penang Mufti has come up to say that apa yang LGBT perjuangkan sebenarnya ialah kebebasan haiwan kerana kebebasan manusia mesti dibatasi agama dan adat. He equated LGBT rights to
No, she's a transgender.
Yeah, on a separate issue, right? We just want to know what is the ministry's.
I don't know because that is the Mufti personal.
You gave up already.
Apa?
I think you gave up on it.
No. The Mufti made his own statement. So itu pandangan dia lah.
Does the ministry agree with that?
You don't agree when you say someone like an animal, definitely. You wouldn't say someone like an animal. So that's the whole idea.
Dato', hubung dengan rumah ibadat, macam mana untuk tanggapan umum untuk menerima golongan ni? Let's say kata lelaki,
Okay.
ni untuk masuk ke sub.
Let me just say, number one, God created everyone as His servant. Dia transgender ke, dia apa ke, semua ni makhluk Allah, semuanya hamba Allah. You must be very clear. When someone wants to go to the mosque for a pray, saya dipahamkan lah, golongan transpeti lah. Yang lebih penting ialah dia nak pergi beribadat. Dan sebagai seorang Muslim, bila orang nak pergi beribadat kan kita nak halau dia. Dan itu pun satu masalah juga di kalangan publik. This is what I mean lah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think the main challenge people have in
Yeah.
this country is this community. So what are the first steps?
This is the very big step. This meeting, the Menteri Agama, we had a discussion 40 minutes with the Timbalan. We talk about many things. This is a long way. It's not easy to educate the public. And she's here in front to tell whatever problem yang they face. So for me, if you ask me, that is the first big step that we have taken lah.
But would that be work on the ground to sort of
Would there be a committee at least to engage the LGBTQ community as of now? I mean,
Transgender, yes.
Okay.
Transgender, yes. And we have that in our Jakim now.
Okay.
We already have that platform.
But what about the other community? Why is there so much focus on the transgender community?
Because the
What do you
transgender
say
are talking to
for
me
others?
and are trying to understand, and they are most vulnerable. I have to take the most priority that is vulnerable to discrimination. I wouldn't know anyone here who is LGBT. I don't know. But these people, they are appearing.
Can I also say something?
Yeah.
Can I say
Please.
something?
Uish, panjang.
I understand the curiosity of the term LGBT itself, right?
Yeah.
As Dato mentioned early on, I personally approach him as being a transgender advocate, right? That's one thing. And for me today, I don't think it's fair for me to represent the other community, because I think they have to also represent themselves, whether it's lesbian, gay, bi, whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure if they were to approach Dato, I'm sure Dato will also have, if Dato have time, Dato will be able to meet them also. But today I'm here as a transgender person myself, bringing up the transgender issue per se.
So you mean to say that the community itself has to step up, has to beef up and meet him and call him, rather than him meeting the community?
It's both ways, because honestly, let me tell you this, I actually approached Dato through his Facebook.
Okay.
Through his Facebook. I actually approached him and I was shocked that he responded to me. And, and as what you mentioned, this is the first step. Trust me, I've been advocating on trans issue since like 2006 till today. This is the first time a ministry that actually came forward to have such a meeting for, to meet people like me. Honestly, a lot of people don't want to meet people like me. But this is something for me, it's a mind-blowing, and it's a first step towards something better.
Thank you very much. That will be enough. Thank you for your coming. Thank you for your question. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Come. Ni, Raji. Dia nak tangkap gambar. Mana duduk sekali. Come. Yes, yeah. Ni angkat. Angkat ya. Tolong angkat sat ni.
Ustaz Haidir.